Each season, it's a pretty big deal for us at Dirt Tracks to make our annual trips down to Hatfield McCoy and ride what we consider to be some of the best trails in all of North America. We come back with new stories, new adventure, and it doesn't matter what trail system we ride, we have a great time. Earlier this season, Luke took the opportunity to ride Hatfield with one of our local groups from here in Ontario, the Wheeler Nation crew. After a whole lot of fun out on the trails and some interesting mechanical trouble, the guys also visited a local cave tour facility and took the adventure to a whole new level, deeper underground. When you're at Hatfield, you're not only riding legendary first-class trails, you're only steps away from some of the best family adventures you can have on this continent. From riding motorcycles down the winding coal roads of West Virginia to shooting the Class 5 rapids on the New River, there is never a dull moment. For many years, we've made the Hatfield McCoy Trail Fest event a staple for our show. In my opinion, it is one of, if not the best run ATV and side-by-side event in all of North America. And every time we go, we continue to have more and more fun. Last season, we had the pleasure of running a contest called Mod Your Quad, where you, the viewers, had the opportunity to send us pictures of your custom ATV or side-by-side and then show up at Hatfield to compete in a crowd-awarded showdown. We had everything from sport ATVs to blinged out utilities and one custom designed and fabricated ATV that would safely be able to transport the rider and two small kids, all on a tight budget. With prizes from wheels and tires to a full Diamondback truck cover, we were able to give away a package of goods valued at over $5,000. Trailfest is a great way to spend a ride weekend, and I wanted to make sure we were back for all the fun this year. The town of Gilbert isn't getting any bigger, but the event sure is, with folks traveling from all across the North American continent to be here, ride the incredible trails, and enjoy the festivities that never let you down and never leave you with a dull moment. Whether it's a solo trip, a guy's weekend away, or a destination for the whole family, you can be sure of a true memorable trip if you make Trailfest a stop, and that's precisely what I did. For this season's trip, we really wanted to become interactive with the crowds yet again that gather around the mud pit and drag strip when the evening comes around.
I can't do it. Back won't let me. Yeah, baby!
Interacting with all of you out there is what we really enjoy doing. Whether it's chatting around a booth or a trailside talk, we really want to get in your face and find out what you think about Dirt Tracks television. So at Trailfest 2013, that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, good time. Let it roll. Looks like you hit the mud, buddy.
Yeah.
When you're at the mud pit, it's always interesting to see who's willing to go the distance. Everybody was hanging around, but not many people wanted to get dirty. So we thought we'd have some fun and see what we could coax out of the crowd.
2 up in the racer!
While seeing the vehicles go through the mud pit would have been fun enough, I had a couple kids actually come up to me and ask if they could race through the mud pit just for some Hatfield and Dirt Tracks gear. And simply put, I said, yeah.
You're doing it for free. That's free. That's fun. Too. Nice work.
For the Trailfest event, the main host of the mud pits and drag races is a fella by the name of Porkchop. Now, Porkchop is a pretty well-known guy, and he was ready to pay the price to get people up off their butts and into the mud pit.
$100. That'll buy you a dry shirt.
Just give her a big old buck.
And then you get 50 more for Big Jim. Come on, Big Jim.
This guy's making money tonight.
might be able to get home.
Whenever we go to Trail Fest, we always have a great time. The people who run this event are the salt of the earth. They're good people, they help out, and they do whatever they can to make your experience better. And you know what? That's something that we wanted to learn this event and do something for somebody else. Because the truth is, while we all have a lot of fun on our ATVs and side-by-sides, there's a lot of people out there who aren't as fortunate as us.
Mud Buddies Foundation is a charity that was set up to take kids with disabilities and get them outdoors, to get them to enjoy nature and power sports, and it's family oriented, and it's set up to show folks that kids with disabilities can safely enjoy outdoor sports, provided they have the right equipment and the right personal protective gear. And we set it up because we love kids and we love the outdoors, and it's just a good combination.
Mike and Susie Rasmussen are the real deal. These people quit their jobs, packed up their life in New York, and moved to Gilbert, West Virginia, and started the Mud Buddies Foundation, a 501c3 not-for-profit.
The reason we started it, we used to come down and bring groups down here to ride, and there was a family back in New York. They had a daughter that had Down syndrome, and she always wanted to go with us and ride with us, but we always kind of had to fib to her and tell her that we weren't going four-wheeling, because she'd get upset, and she just couldn't ride with us. So we kept saying there's got to be a way to include kids like this and do what we do and
do it safely.
And we just said, we're going to tackle that challenge and make it work. And when Polaris came out with their four-seater, it was just a no-brainer. It all clicked. Yeah, when we first had the vision for Mud Buddies, we said that it's a charity for children with disabilities. It's kind of evolved. Our youngest has been five now, and our oldest kid has been 53.
As part of our Trail Fest trip this season, we wanted to get out with Mike and Susie and see what riding with the Mud Buddies was all about. And you know what? They had the perfect little co-pilot for our ride.
Hi, Crystal. I'm Mark Lester. Nice to meet you.
AJ.
How are you doing? AJ Lester.
Hi.
Good to meet you.
And who's this?
This is our new Mud Buddy Derek.
You ready to ride today? Okay. Good. You look like it, man.
Yeah, you ever been out in a side-by-side before?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have?
Have I? Yeah.
All right. So it's not a new experience for you. You're a veteran. Cool.
Thumbs up. Give me a big smile, guys. Oh, nice. Nice.
You're officially a Mud Buddy.
On today's ride, we've got a little boy named Derek. He's 11 years old. He was referred to us by the Mingo Central School District here in southern West Virginia. And one of the special needs teachers from the school recommended that Derek ride with us. He won't be, once we leave town, he won't be able to get out of the machine. He's restricted to a chair, but we'll make that work, and we'll do the best we can with him today, and get him up on the mountain and maybe get him a little dirty and have a good day.
Derek was a total champ out on the trails, and you could see just how excited he was, from the big smile on his face every time he'd pass by to the thumbs up he was giving everyone he could see in sight.
The reward part of it for us is seeing a mom and dad get to share a memory with, like Derek today, with their little boy, that something they don't normally get to do. And a lot of times the parents will see a side of their child that they don't normally see. They're out of their normal everyday, let's face it, work routine, and they get to make memories. They get to share things that they may not have gotten to share, and just to see the interaction between the parents and the kids, and with us and the kids, it's easy. That's the easy part. It's so much fun to do, and that's what keeps us going.
Midway through the day, we were able to stop trailside and check in with Derek, make sure that everybody was having fun, and get a little bit of food and water to keep us going for the rest of the day. Hatfield McCoy is the right place for the Mud Buddy Foundation. Not only are the varying trail conditions perfect for tailoring the ride for the rider's needs, but the whole town and Hatfield McCoy trails themselves are 100% behind the foundation and wholeheartedly support them.
He's having fun. Break time, Derek. You ready for a bottle of water? Yeah? All right.
You a scaredy cat.
He's a growing man.
That's the way it goes with kids.
Yep.
The truth is that Mike and Susie give up a lot of their personal time as well as their own personal paid work time to get out and give these rides to the kids. They're genuinely good people, and while they do have supporters who pay for some of these rides, a lot of it comes out of their pocket.
Yeah, one of the dreams that we have with Mud Buddies is to do this full time to raise awareness with other riders and manufacturers that those with disabilities can enjoy the sport. And you know, none of the rides, we don't charge for the rides, but there is a cost involved, whether it's lost day at work or, you know, the equipment or the maintenance or that type of thing or the travel. We've had some good help with manufacturers, but you know, we'd love to see it expand. We'd love to see other chapters. What we do could be duplicated anywhere. We'd love to have a club in Michigan do what we do, is, you know, provided they do it the correct way and keep the kids safe. But you know, we think that it's a good message and a good mission, and it just makes the sport better for all of us. And I think it's just something that is just a good thing to do.
And so do we. The Mud Buddies Foundation needs all of our support to continue providing rides for those who have just as much fun as we do out on the trails. They just may not be as fortunate to be able to do it on their own. So look up the Mud Buddies Foundation. Take the time to support them, because your help will seriously change lives.
Riding the trails, the ATV community, dirt bikes and side-by-sides and quads, you break down, you stop and you help your fellow rider, and
they have good hearts.
They have huge hearts, and we knew going into this that we knew they would be accepted, and people with their big hearts would be all for doing this and bringing this attention to the sport, that these kids should be out and enjoying life like we do every day. And we knew that they would have their big hearts out, and they're family oriented. You see everybody out enjoying their family, and we knew that we could do that with everybody else. They're just, ATV is just one big family.
Yeah, the best part we have on the trails is when we stop.
Yep.
When you get to interact, when the kids eat a sandwich, you get to know the moms and the dads.
People stop.
The trail riding is great, but the time that you stop and get to know folks, that's really when it's the best. And people pull up and want to know what you're doing and how can they help, and you know, that's the heart of Mud Buddies right there, is people just, you know, doing what they can to help us out.